Hello, good evening. I My name is Jack. For those of you who don't know, um, tonight I am giving a brief explanation of the science of the endocannabinoid system. So, if you would have asked me 10 years ago, what do you think about medical cannabis? I would have said everybody just wants to get high because if it were any medicinal value to us, we would already know about it. So this looks kind of funny, but that's an image of a neuron. And here is another neuron. And our bodies communicate. Let me back up. The endocannabinoid system means androgynous cannabinoid system within the human body. That's androgynous means within the human body. We are hardwired to respond to cannabinoids, and cannabinoids protect us on a neurological level like nothing else. And there's cannabinoids in carrots. There's cannabinoids in all vegetables. I think fruit. I'm sure I got to check on that. I know it's in all vegetables. It's the biggest neuroprotectant. No plant has more cannabinoids than a cannabis plant. So this is a drawing of a nerve ending. At least the best I can do it. But I'm told I'm pretty accurate. So we have nerve endings that send information from one side to the other. And it's through this jump. They make this jump. It's called the synaptic cleft. And one nerve, like everything, like me being able to touch my fingers or, feel that or see the colors on the screen, everything it relies on this. Like even being able to see, it all comes down to the neurological synapse. And there's thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of synapses, I guess you would say, as, like if I tap my finger I'd have to get a clear estimate on how many actual synapses happen before it comes to the brain. But that's what happens. And in between each synapse is a nerve ending and a nerve beginning. And that's why we're chemical. We're here like chemically. We respond to chemicals, and these endorphins going across is what allows us to have cognitive conscious thought at all, or respond to anything. Now, they tell you can only use 10% of your brain because they can map these synapses happening, and they see this one spitting out a bunch of information and this one only catching 10% of what this one's spitting out. That's why they say you can only use 10% of your brain. Now for somebody who has epilepsy or something similar to that, where what happens in that case is this side is not regulating and just pouring endorphins out to this other side, which, like in the case of somebody with epilepsy, is just way too much information, and or somebody has seizures or other things. That's the case. It's all a neurological thing happening. And that's back to the science. This is the science of the endocannabinoid. This is your androgynous system within your body. And if I can find my eraser now, going back to that's a case of epilepsy or overactive, non-regulated. There's a whole bunch of things that ailments that people, a whole bunch of different ailments that all result in neurological imbalances, just like even chemical addiction. If you're chemically dependent to something, I became chemically dependent to alcohol, and my nerves relied on it. We're all the same for that reason. Like, we can become chemically dependent to anything because our nerves will adjust, and they'll say, "Oh, well, there's a bunch of alcohol in here, but we'll adjust." And then when you take that alcohol or that dependency away, is when your nerves go crazy. Like, where is it? Where, they fire off the alarm. Like, where's the stuff? I grew up putting alcohol in my body. Nobody held me down and made me do it, but I did it. And it eventually gave me a chemical dependency, which is a real neurological thing going on. And that's why. And that's also part of the ECS, is that that's another example. Another example I want to give is like memory and brain function and cognitive thought, and what these cannabinoids do and why they're so important to us is because the little geometric, looks like a house, the little geometric shapes that make up cannabinoids, and that's probably not what a cannabinoid molecule looks like at all, but we'll just go with it, match identically to the little geometric shapes that allow cannabinoids to enter in and out of our nerves. Like, we're hardwired for it. Like, our bodies are designed to eat carrots and eat lettuce and eat tomatoes and everything else out of the garden, for sure, because of cannabinoids. They're in everything. And like I say, cannabis plants have the most cannabinoids out of any plant. So back to this is the real miracle of the science of the endocannabinoid system, is this, and these cannabinoids bond with these chemicals, and because they can come inside our neurons, and they become neurotransmitters, meaning when you have cannabinoids in your body, whatever their shape, they're grabbing stuff, because that, like in Alzheimer's and different ailments like that, you'll have in cancer, you have endorphins that get stuck and they don't jump across. So just like you have endorphins not making it across, you have endorphins that will get stuck, especially as your body slows down and you get older. This happens, and you'll get it blocks up, and just like everything, blockage in your body isn't good. But cannabinoids are neurotransmitters, so they actually come through. I forget what the face of the nerve is called, but they come through the face of the nerve and grab hold of these things. They bond to them and go straight across and go in. And this is the miracle of the endocannabinoid system, is this happening. And you can, theoretically use your whole brain. The best place to start is vegetables, any kind of vegetables, CBD. That's it. I mean, it's these neurotransmitters, and that's what, like lock and key, it protects your neurons. And they regulate. They don't let a whole bunch of stuff go flying out all over the place. They come in and grab a hold and take it across, and then do the same. And it's just a constant process. And that's, you're not expending energy. Like, all these endorphins floating around in space give your body stress and, shut you down. So, anyway, that looks like a Frogger, the video game, maybe. But it is kind of like Frogger, I guess. But that's an explanation of the science of the endocannabinoid system. And Thank you for watching. I'm going to repost this video on YouTube and TikTok.